Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Anna Paula and I am back again. Is back again with another video. Happy to be back and happy to be able to share another interesting video with you all. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take a few minutes to just join the family. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, today it's a very spontaneous video. I posed a question on Instagram and I'm just diving straight into the point. I posted a question on Instagram and yeah, I decided to do a Q&A. So this is a Q&A video. Yeah, this is a Q&A video and I'll be answering the questions that I got on my box on Instagram. Yeah. So I put a box there and you guys ask questions and I am going to answer them here. I'm going to answer half of the questions because they are a lot and I don't want the video to be too long. Okay. So let's do our best. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the very first question that I received was, how do you approach someone who needs Jesus? Okay, when I read that question, I was like, how do I approach someone who needs Jesus? First of all, I would be that person's friend. I'm a very firm believer in creating relationships. And if I know someone needs Jesus, okay, the world needs Jesus. But if I know, like, for example, I know someone that's in my circle and I can see that person needs Jesus or that person just needs someone to reach out to, I would first be that person's friend. Like I would create some sort of communication channel between the two of us to then eventually communicate with this person the love of Christ, communicate with this person through my actions that Christ loves them, and give them space to communicate with me too, because I am not the perfect Christian. No one really is, but we are striving to be, and everyone needs community, everyone needs friendship. So how I would approach someone who needs Jesus, I would be their friend. Point number one, I'd just be that person's friend. Talk to them, be open, be available, be willing to listen. And sometimes people just need someone to listen to. So be there, be present. Jesus did the same thing with the sinners. He came here. He could have stayed in heaven. He came here to be with us and be our friend, walk with us, teach us, show us how things are done, and eventually we became closer to him. So we can use the same method. Don't want to make these answers too long. So the second question, what makes a person a good listener? Well, I did not Google these answers, okay? So I'm being very spontaneous. What makes a person a good listener is literally a person that doesn't speak a lot. But I am a good listener, although I speak a lot, okay? Someone who, how are you a good listener? When you are a person that people can talk to. I think the best way for you to know that you are a good listener is when other people tell you you are, so that I think that's one way to find out and one way to learn. I think I got that as well. People tell me I'm a good listener because I know I'm a good listener because people tell me I'm a good listener. So it's not like I strive to be one. I'm generally just I am. But if you want to learn to become one, I think it's speaking less and giving people the opportunity to speak, especially for people like me. I love to talk, but I've learned to like just cue questions, ask questions that make people talk instead of you having to answer. Yeah, and that will help you become a good listener, and you also notice a good listener when they're giving you a chance to speak. Yeah, a chance to speak, letting people speak, listening and answering what they say. Because a lot of people, they can listen but they don't hear you. So when you are a good listener, what makes you a good listener is that you listen to what the person is saying and actually you pay attention to what is that they're saying. Try to figure out where they're coming from and ask questions related to what they're giving you. What's the feedback? I'm teaching you guys how to be psychiatrists or psychologists. Don't mind me. Okay, I think that answers the question, right? Okay. So question number 3 is, who changed your life, right? So who changed my life? Jesus. Jesus changed my life, like, duh, it's the obvious answer. But I'm sure the intent of the question was like maybe like a person or someone that you can look to or look up. I don't know. So I think if it's a person, I think number one would be my mom, because she's been like the example of Christianity for me ever since I know myself as a person. And I guess there's a lot of influences that I do follow and allow in my life. People that are of godly sound mind, and people that are, they have fruits, these people helped me change my life in a way that they influence, because the person who changed my life was Jesus. But I mean, people around me, they influence a lot, and I really, really pick out and point out who I allow to influence me. I am very picky. I try to really see if this person is living what they say they live, and I also try to check myself as well, if I live what I say like I live. So yeah, people around me, influencers on Instagram, Christian influencers and content creators, preachers. I am a big fan of Pastor Stephanie Ike. She's amazing. She like, and the way she preaches, like, it changed my view and things. There are other pastors as well. There are other people I could like name a lot. Not only that, my friends, but I mean like not really friends, but my sisterhood. Women that have just taken time to just grow with me in this walk, in this new journey that I've been on for the last past 3 to 4 years. The sisterhood that I've met, yeah, just they have changed my life. Like, it's a collective, it's a community of people that helped shape who I am today. But ultimately it's Jesus. These questions have long answers, but let's go. What spiritual gift do you honestly desire? And this person, I'm going to go put the verse, First Corinthians chapter 14 verse 1. What is the spiritual gift that I desire? Well, I asked myself this question. Today is Sunday. I'm recording this on a Sunday, and today at church, and the Sunday school, the teacher actually asked like the same question. So I'm guessing the Lord is really attacking me with this little question, not a little big one. But I mean, like, the spiritual thing that I know I have is the gift of teaching. The gift of like comfort, and the gift of comforting and encouragement to other people. But I mean, like, what spiritual gift am I seeking for? It's a bit personal to be telling you guys, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I'll be really honest and say discernment. I really want to have the spirit of the spiritual gift of discernment, knowing really what the will of God is, knowing really what the will of God is for my life, and also being able to discern other people, because I mean, I deal with a lot of people on a daily. So having the spirit of discernment is just something I really want. Being able to feel God saying yes and feel God saying no, and just moving on from there. I think, yeah, very genuine answer, guys. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not. This is really, yeah, this is me. Question number 5. What is a spiritual story testimony you'd like to share? When I saw this question, I didn't know what I wanted to share with you guys, really, to be quite honest, because some things I really like to keep to myself. And I mean, like, I live with people. So when they watch this video, they're going to be like, why you never told us this? Why you never told us this? But spiritual testimony. I mean, I guess the confirmation, the day that the Lord confirmed to me that I should be doing this, yeah, I was on my bed, on my knees one day, and I was just like, it was, I think, during lockdown, I believe. No, it was after lockdown, but around this period, we were still like mini confined, whatnot. And I just prayed to God, and I really just felt the presence of the Lord touching me and just telling me to do what I need to do. Also recently, when, oh, their testimony. I remembered another testimony. I've been delivered from depression, guys. Your girl has been suffering depression. Yeah, up and down, on and off. It's like you go, you come off, you come back on, you go off, you come back on. But the Lord has really delivered me in a sense where I was losing my joy, losing my purpose, losing my desire to serve. And one day I was called out, and I just, funny enough, the day I was called out by my mom, she called me and she's like, stop letting the devil steal your joy. The night, Saturday night, Sunday, pastor's preaching about like you guys need to be delivered, and the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And when he steals, it's not only stealing like life and whatnot, he steals joy, he steals purpose, he steals. I'm like this, and I'm translating while he's preaching all of this, and I was like, Lord, it's fine. You know what? I just need to give this all to you. And I just felt like crying that moment, but I'm translating. And then the Lord led the pastor to ask an altar call, and I still resisted. I was like, I need to go to the front. I'm already standing in front. I might just well just receive the prayer, but something just told me sometimes you just need to go. You just need to go to the front. Don't care who sees you going to the front asking for this deliverance. And I just went, and I didn't even tell the person that prayed for me what they needed to pray for me, but they just prayed for the right thing. And yeah, and I've been okay ever since that prayer. And that's my testimony. God is real, God is true. He still delivers people. So when you really need to go to the altar and leave things in the hands of God, really do it, you know. Even in your room, give it, do it, like just do it. Like depression is real, and it steals and it comes and it destroys, and you don't even notice it. Sometimes it becomes your normal, and it's not good. So the only person that can help us is God. The only person that can restore us is God, and He did restore me, and He's still restoring me. You know, He did restore me. It's done, but I mean, like, I'm moving forward in a positive light. I'm moving forward in a positive manner, and I can only give glory to God for that, because I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't even be recording now if it wasn't for the glory of God and so many things that He has done in my life and so many spiritual experiences that I've had with Him. This answer to this specific question, there's a lot of testimonies, and like I said, I don't really like sharing them, but I guess I've been led now to share it with you guys. And whoever's suffering and struggling with depression, I mean, you're not alone, and you can go to God, and He does deliver you. Okay, amen. And then number 6. Let's continue. How has God spoken to you lately? Yeah, He has spoken to me lately, obviously trailing from what I just said. He's spoken to me lately in a sense of just working and doing His will, but specifically, like, the Lord being speaking to me is on my tongue. You know, I speak to a lot of people, and I've been saying that, and sometimes the way I speak doesn't come across really right. You know, and I can be radical at times. I can have a set idea, and I can really like think, okay, this is how it is, and I don't even know why people don't get it. You know, and I am so hard-headed at times. So the Lord has been really speaking to me about taming my tongue, taming and really having a gentle approach. I think that's why I also need the spirit of discernment, because I want to be able to speak properly. I want to be able to speak with love, speak the way Jesus would speak, you know, rebuke when it needs to be rebuked, and like encourage when there needs encouragement, and love where there needs love. Because sometimes I just speak, you know, though it's the truth, but my approach is not correct. So I need God. Yeah, and that is how He's been really speaking to me lately, like, on your tongue, Anna. A wise woman is prudent with her words, and things like that. So I've been really praying to God to just, like, He's been telling me, and I've been praying Him to help me, because me and my tongue, and I talk a lot, so you guys can imagine the connection. You know, I need to think more before I speak, and discern, and yeah. So the Lord has been really changing me. That's why the answer was Jesus. Okay, almost done, almost done. I'm not gonna make this video long, but yeah. What is something you are good at? What is something that I'm good at? I'm good at quite a few things, but really, really good at is communication, I guess. Yeah, I'm really good at communicating. I really love communicating. I love talking. So I think I'm good at that. The Lord has given me the gift of words. Yeah, I'm really good at that. Skill wise, I used to be good at like instruments and stuff, but I mean, I haven't practiced in a while, and the only thing I've been practicing is like talking and like my mind and reading and stuff. So I don't know, skill wise, I think I need to get back to something. I don't know, I'll see. But for now, it's just talking. I use my mouth a lot, so that's the thing I'm good at for now. For now, who knows in the future what else I can be good at? Who knows? Editing, maybe editing videos, creating content. That's what I've been doing now lately. So yeah, I think that's something I'm good at, right? Okay. um Number 8. What do you think the purpose of life is? I think this is the last question. Yeah, what do you think the purpose of life is? Wow, this question deserves biblical references, because I do not want to speak my own truth, but I could. But I'll give you biblical references. Colossians chapter 3, verses 2 to 17 speak about setting our minds on the things of above, and how Christ is now living in us, and it's no longer us who lives. but he now who lives through us. Corinthians also speaks on the same thing. And basically, our purpose in life is to live for God. Summarizing it all, Romans 8:28 says, For God's purpose for us is to look like Christ, to live in his likeness. You understood. Be like Jesus, okay? Look like him, be like him, walk as he did. Because in Matthew 28, he gives us a command to go out and preach the gospel, to heal the sick, to do the most. In terms, I can't memorize the verse like right now, but yes, in Matthew, God gives us a command to go out and to preach the gospel and to help people and to tell them the truth of the good news of salvation. And that's what he did. So our purpose in life is to live for God, is to preach the gospel. Our purpose in life is to glorify him. There are different callings on our lives, don't mind me, and there's different season as well. But I mean, like, our purpose is to live for God. We were created with a purpose to glorify him. Hence the enemy hates us. The enemy does not stand us because we were made to do what he couldn't do. He was doing it in heaven, got jealous, got kicked out. Now does God makes us to fill up his spot, and he's like, what? No. So basically that's it. We were made to glorify God, to sing worship to him, to live for him, to shine him, to be in his presence. We were made to be in the presence of God. When we are out of his presence, there's always this emptiness, because our purpose is to be with him, is to be filled by him. That's the purpose of life. A lot of people are out here looking for so much purpose. And what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Your purpose is to live for God. Your purpose is to find your maker and live for him and give him thanks or whatever you do, because he might call you to work in the bank, so you glorify him where you are. He might call you to be in university and study, I don't know what, and there where you are in that season is how you're going to glorify him. He might call you to make a YouTube video, and through this YouTube video you're going to glorify him. Like, I never plan to make these videos long, but I mean, the purpose of God in our lives is to give him glory. The calling will be different. I'll repeat that. Each one has a different calling, each one has different seasons, but the purpose is to live for God. Amen. And I think that's it. That summarizes it. Thank you so much for watching the video. Until here, you are amazing. But please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you can, share the video with someone, any of the questions you feel might suit their need right now. And yeah, I'd really appreciate it. This is part one. There will be part two because I wasn't able to finish all the questions. So yeah, that is all from me. I appreciate you for being with me on this journey and consistently coming to watch these videos. So yeah, have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, evening, whichever time you're watching this. God bless you, and that's all for me.